Hello, this is the first full video of my video log, and today we're going to look at a pair of double monk straps, this pair of Magnanni double monk shoes, together with my pair of Santoni Fatte Mano double monk straps. I think it's a good comparison in terms of these two shoe makers. Both are supposedly handmade, hand finished, I would say. I wouldn't say it's totally handmade because both are actually either Blake stitched, or in the case of the Magnanni, Bologna or tubular stitching, which means that the whole shoe is basically a piece of a leather upper in a tubular shape around, and the sole is basically stuck and stitched to it here, whereas the Santonis are Blake stitched, they're not welted, which means that the upper is stitched directly to the sole of the shoe. So in terms of the Santoni, I've had it since 2012 and it has held up very well, as you can see. It also has been worn for quite a while. I've worn it straight for like going for exhibitions and events and all, and it has basically gone through 12 hours of wear straight, walking up and down exhibition halls and all while I'm doing my thing. So it's nice. I bought the form-fitting shoe trees with this also, which here in Malaysia you could actually buy a pair of entry-level looks, and it has basically kept its form very well. Let's see the differences between these two shoes in terms of how I perceive them to be. They look similar in that both are double monk straps. Both have hand finished patina on it, and both are built around the same elongated last shape here, as you can see. So they're quite similar shoes. There are some who say that Magnanni from Spain emulates Santoni, the Italian shoemaker brand. So I'm doing this video so that you can see the comparison between the two. I'd say the Santoni here, shown here, has a flatter side profile, whereas the Magnanni, as you see here, has a more traditionally styled kind of toe cap and all. Both are cap toe double monk straps, as you can see. In terms of leather used, you can see Santoni's finish is a bit more all over the place, but I like this kind of look more. It's like there are a lot of hand finishing, a lot of dabbing and all. The strokes here, the brush lines here, dabbing here. It also has a bit more of the extra patina due to wear and all. So it's quite good. Now in terms of the Magnanni, you see here in terms of hand finishing, this is, you know that it is applied with a brush. A lot of brush strokes there, and it's a more brighter shoe in a different tan of leather. Personally, I like the finish of the Santoni better. Yeah, if you I must apologize also that I'm shooting this outside in natural sunlight. So there are some construction and dogs at the background. Now, in terms of, I've just picked up this Magnanni, so it's basically new. It's comfortable because it's a tubular or Bologna construction or whatever they call it. When I've tried it on, it's quite comfortable. It will basically have very little running in, like the Santoni, like the blade stick Santoni. So it's going to be easy to wear right out of the box. None of these are Goodyear welted, but personally, I have no problems wearing Blake or any sort of other construction, as its differences in shoe design. What's important is somehow for me is how the way it looks and how it's all combined together. Leather wise, I'd say the Santoni is a bit more it's a bit more supple. The Magnanni feels a bit more stiff, but I think this is, if I remember correctly, the leather is a bit more supple in the Santoni. In terms of thickness, they're quite similar. In terms of construction overall, the Santoni is it would be marketed as a close to $1,000 shoe, about $800, whereas the Magnanni should come in at within the $500 to $600 price range. I'm not sure, because when I bought this, the US dollar and the ringgit, Malaysian ringgit, was still low, so I can't compare in terms of price. This is a more expensive shoe. This is a less expensive shoe here. Basically, if you come to the amount of work done, I'd say that this has a lot more work done to it. In terms of the sole work, there's a nice fiddle waist here, you see. There's a nice fiddle waist here. The heel is good, and there's an extra piece of protective rubber here from the factory, which actually works here in our tropical climate in Malaysia. So it offers some protection against the rain. When it really rains here. So it's nice. In terms of the Magnanni, as you can see, half leather heel, rubber. It has a little bit of wasting here in terms of the sole, and the rest is similar with they've cut a line for the stitching and all, but they've not glued or fixed it up and all in any way. So you can see that this is one step which they have not done here to save some cost. If it was some other shoemakers, a higher up shoe, all this exposed stitching here on the sole will actually be glued up, covered up with, and then the sole will be repainted again and finished. So you can see that here. Of course, Santoni has that, but most likely this is why they did this rubber bit here. As for the interior, I'll show you this beautiful shoe tree and the interior of a used Santoni. Check that out. This is dark stains from years of polish. It adds to the character for me in some ways. This is all kind of natural, but you can see interior has the orange Santoni colors, so it's quite cool. Now let's go to the Magnanni. The dogs are so excited. Okay. The Magnanni is a little bit simpler in that it has a normal tan leather interior. Just a simple words there, Magnanni. So, yep. Interior seems nice. It's all leather, fully leather lined like the Santoni. So, it's quite well built for the price. It seems a bit lighter than the Santoni here. A little lighter, not by much because both are kind of lightweight. Both have a similar look to it, but I like how the Santoni looks. This is a George, supposedly the Santoni George. Don't ask me, but that's it. So there you go, my comparison of the two of the monk straps that I have. Okay, thanks for watching. Do subscribe to more, give us a thumbs up if you like the video. If you don't like the video, click the dislike button twice and comment and see what do you think of the shoes. I technically like this more in terms of construction, in terms of how it's finished. It's a much better shoe, but it is priced slightly higher than this pair of Magnannis. I do apologize for the dogs barking, they're not mine, so no control over that. Alright,